The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's the fear that people have here in the United States of competing with China, is that China has these advantages because their businesses are their corporations are so intertwined with the government that we might do the same thing here. I mean, it's a weird sort of slippery slope as laws and all your different rights get eroded. You get closer and closer to the government being in control of things. Like these new laws that they've passed recently where the government can just look into your internet searching with no warrant whatsoever. This was something that, I don't know if you know about this, part of the Patriot Act, that this was one of the things that was people were furious at Senator Sanders because Bernie Sanders he wasn't there, he didn't show up for the vote. And if he had shown up and voted the other way, it wouldn't have passed.
Why didn't he show up?
He won't comment.
Oh, wow.
He won't. He's been reached out for to comment on it. He won't comment on it, but it's very disheartening. And a lot of people who are progressives are furious at him, and they feel very, very betrayed by this. Because now no one even knows. Like, you didn't know, right? Most people don't even know. Well, the government can now look at all your dirty little searches.
I don't care about that, though. Like, but
you should care.
It's a slippery slope, right? Is that the fear?
Well, here's the fear. The government is just people. You know, I don't want I don't think like I should be able to just go looking at Jamie's search, like just for whatever reason. I know Jamie's at home. What if I have some code? I can go just look. What is Jamie looking at? What is he searching for? That's creepy, right? It's creepy. Like privacy is privacy. It's important. You should be able to reveal what you want to reveal. And if the government, which is just a bunch of people, can peer into your life, but you can't peer into their life, it sets up abuse. It's the same. Like it's power. It's the same thing you see with cops, right? All this shit that you see with cops, for sure, racism is involved. But you know what else is involved? Power. When you see that old man get thrown to the ground, the one that Trump said is faking it.
That bashed his head, yeah.
Bleeding out of his fucking head, and Trump's like...
Very good actor, by the way. I mean,
that's what Trump said. He said he seemed to have fallen too easily. But yeah, he's fucking dead. He's an old man.
Oh, God.
The fact that he said that this might be Antifa, like, what?
All of these conspiracy theories out there, as an actor, I must say, if any of these people are conspiracy guys, they're fucking Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, they are great actors. Like, you know, like certain times I even send like dumb YouTube videos of there's a funny YouTube video of somebody's girlfriend deleting his 2K NBA account. And he just destroyed. You can tell it took everything for him, like, not to like hit her or like whatever, right? He was just destroyed. He was crying, and then some of my buddies like, I don't know, man, that's fake, dude. I was like, yo, that guy is a fucking Emmy Award, Oscar-winning actor if that shit is fake, because that is not easy to do.
No, people think everything is fake.
Yeah.
They think so many things are fake. So many people have sent me things. Like, you think this is fake? I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Some things are fake.
Yeah.
That old man falling the way he did and bouncing his head off the fucking concrete in the middle of a huge protest. Yeah, that was real, dude.
Yeah.
That's real. That's what happens when you push an old man.
That's
The fact that this is the president of the United States say that. Like, hey, bro, you would fall that way too.
He's a Meisner-trained actor, and he has a blood pack in the back of his head. Like, how can
like
that...
a pro wrestler.
Like, how? Yeah.
He fell onto a mat that was placed
he cut
there
himself
in advance.
with razors for years, so that wound bleeds easy. I don't fucking
You can hear the guy's head bounce off the ground.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it's a thunk. There's a hollow coconut-like thunk when someone's head bounces off concrete.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. But the fact that the president of the United States didn't just think that, but he thought it would be a good idea to tweet that. Like, he's falling apart. All this protest shit, he's falling apart. And also the fact that they denied that they used tear gas to clear out that square so that he can go to the church.
Dude.
Like, hey, man, there's video. There's video of tear gas. You know, you want to call it's pepper gas. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
That pepper gas they're using, you're not allowed to use that in war.
Yeah.
You know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not allowed to use that shit in war. You can't use tear gas. It violates the Geneva Convention.
It's like a bio thing.
Google that. Make sure I'm right about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure the argument that they're making is you can't use tear gas in war, but you should be able to use it in protests. And these cops are shooting rubber bullets, and, you know, people are losing their fucking eyes. Here it is. The military is banned from using tear gas on the battlefield, but police can use it on crowds at home. Here's why, and this is on CNN. Just think about that. The military is fucking banned from using this, but you're using it on civilians that just want to protest the torture death of a guy who was being detained by a cop who had a 14-year history of being a piece of shit. Ugh. And dozens of, he had more than a dozen complaints of abusive behavior. And they're going to use tear gas on these people and just shoot rubber bullets randomly at folks.
I don't know what it takes. What is the lowest common denominator? Like he has to murder someone like in front of you, and people would still be like,
Trump?
"Oh, yeah, or whatever."
I think he's on the way out. I think it's slowly but surely, like stuff like this. He can't help himself, and under pressure when people are angry at him because of all this. And I think it's kind of crazy, but one of the big things that started it off, where he really lost his composure, was all that shit that he said about Lysol, like maybe we get disinfectant and put it in the body, a cleansing. When he started doing that, and then the next day they were asking him about it, I was being sarcastic to see how you reporters would call on it. Like, no, you weren't. You were rambling. Like, I've done that before. I've caught rambling, but I would say, the fuck am I talking about? I don't know how you use Lysol on a person. Why am I saying this?
He's pitching. He's pitching as if like you're in the writer's room, and he's like, yeah, have you tried this idea? Exactly. You know, what about if you pair this character with that character? But you don't do that as the president in public about health issues.
See, look at this. CDC, some Americans are gargling with bleach or putting it on food to fight COVID-19. Is that real? Really?
I read that they did like a survey of a couple thousand people, and somewhere in the range of like 4% of people admitted to gargling
4%.
and or washing stuff with bleach.
Well, this is Darwinism.
Yeah, is. If you're over 18, go do it.
No, wait, don't say that, Joe. Don't say that.
Like, if you're younger and you're young and you don't know any better, you're not uneducated. But at a certain age, like you should know not to fucking gargle with bleach, right?
Tide Pod challenge all over again.
Yeah, it's Tide Pod challenge, but it'll kill you.